you've been here before.
I have. I was looking at some old photos. They are old. I can tell. Some old photos of me coming around and saying hey to the foundation. So thanks for having me back.
You started out Big Time Rush. That was your big break. Was that your first audition?
My first audition was for a show called Friday Night Lights back in Texas, and I had booked that and filmed that. But the first one out to LA, it wasn't my first, but it was the first one that really kind of kept moving.
Okay. What led you to want to start acting?
Acting was something I thought that I was just naturally gifted at, and I wasn't the best in school. So actually, I got in a fair amount of trouble whenever I was younger, and I had a science teacher forced me to do their one-act play because she said, you seem to make everybody laugh when you're in class, so why don't you use it for a good cause? And so she forced me to do the play, which I did not want to do, and she ended up making me the lead of the play, and I think that kind of was like my first step into acting, and music has always been a part of my life, and my family's very musical, and so, yeah.
Cool. And your first job, I heard, was at Jamba Juice.
That was the job in LA, but whenever I was working it until I did Big Time Rush, yeah.
Was that like your first job ever?
No, I was in the South. You mow lawns for money. You do all sorts of things.
For sure.
Yeah, I had a few other jobs, but that was the first one in LA.
Okay, how was that experience?
It was awful.
It was awful.
I was not good. It's really hard for me. I can seem to remember lines really well, but remembering like the drinks was really bad, and people don't really like when you take 10 minutes to grab their drink. So, yeah, I'm probably not cut out for that.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But do you still keep in touch with the other members of Big Time Rush?
Yeah, Kendall just had a song released actually, so shout out to Kendall and Dustin. I talked to them not too long ago, right before I left actually for this trip. James I've not spoken to in a while, and Carlos lives in Hawaii and has a baby, so his hands are full.
I heard that, yeah.
He is all over the place.
Little Ocean, very unique name. Have you met?
I've not met Ocean, no. It's
okay.
Not met him, I need to.
And your singing career, how's that going?
It's going great. I'm here singing for you guys, so yeah.
Okay, and did you originally want to go into music, or did that just like kind of come up while you were doing Big Time Rush?
It came up as I was doing Big Time Rush. I guess I had always wanted to do music, and I'd been in bands back in Texas, but I'd never really saw it to be something that I'd keep on doing. And then when I was in LA, music really kind of took over my life, and I just was like, there's no going back. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay. What would you say to all those young people out there?
I just try to have as much fun as possible. There have been a lot of people in the very beginning who were like, you probably shouldn't move out to LA, or probably shouldn't do that. And I think you dream as big as you can, and there's nobody to tell you that you can't really.
Work hard and believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
So when you started Big Time Rush, like when did you realize like, whoa, this is like really becoming like a big thing? Like,
we had our first show in Times Square, and there was big posters in Times Square of our faces, and that was kind of trippy. I was like, oh, this is weird. This is a lot of stuff at one time. So that was like our first concert, and was one of my favorite concerts we've played. So that was a cool moment.
so what was your like greatest memory or something you just like remember that's like stuck with you since you've done Big Time Rush that you kind of like carry with you?
That's hard. There's plenty of really cool things that we've done. I don't. It's hard to pick just one. I think traveling all over, it's always been one of my favorite things to do. So being able to see the world and meet new people is one of my most favorite things to do.
So what's your favorite place that you've been, like that you've traveled to?
I love Brazil. It's absolutely beautiful. Everyone's super nice, and the food is delicious. I'll go down with food all day. So I'm a huge foodie, so it's a great spot. I love Brazil. I love Mexico, and really I haven't been to Atlanta in a while, so I love hitting all the major spots.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Petra Ogier, he said, will you be going on tour soon, and will there be a European leg to the tour, if there is a tour?
We are planning a tour. I haven't gotten all the logistics, but I definitely want to go to Europe. I film a lot down in Europe, and so I love it. It's kind of like a second home for me. So yeah, it's on the list.
Shoot in the Dark. said, does Logan have any plans to write a novel at some point in his life, or even a screenplay?
I have many leather-bound books. My apartment smells of rich mahogany. No, I have no plans to write a novel. I'm going to stick to the songs for right now.
Maddie Alvarez said, could you ever do a concert in Guatemala?
We have done a concert in Guatemala before. I would love to go back to Guatemala. I went down for a mission trip actually years ago, and it was really cool. Yeah, I'll be back.
And then we'll have one more. Do you have the name of your tour yet?
We're playing around with a few ideas.
Okay.
Whenever we get something set in stone.
The Woman in Me.
Shania Twain cover. I don't know. No, we have some options. So whenever it's set in stone, I'll let you.
Nothing concrete yet.
Nothing concrete.
So, and then we're gonna play a quick little game, like I said to you earlier.
I love
play
games.
Rapid fire,
I'm terrible at this game,
30-second questions. Are you ready?
Nope. Let's do this.
Okay. All right, ready?
Ready, set, go.
Light sleeper or heavy sleeper?
Light sleeper.
Favorite movie?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Singing or acting?
Both.
Brunettes or blondes?
Both.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Phone call or text?
Phone call.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Time's up.
Oh,
Yes!
that wasn't bad.
Okay, cool.
Like you didn't slip on or anything. It only
I saw Willy Wonka a couple of nights ago, and I just was like, oh, that's the one to go to.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a classic film.
I think it's great.
We're gonna give you guys, let's do Bite My Tongue first.
Okay. All right, sweet.
I've never been a social type, but I talk to myself every night. A million voices in my head, hey yeah, scream out the things I should have said. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I make it awkward. Yeah, yeah, but that's obvious. Yeah, yeah, and we get to talking. Yeah, yeah, but I would just bite my tongue. I can tell you so much, but we both heard enough. Instead of making you blush, I bite my tongue. Devilish curse that you put on my words, but I love it. It hurts whenever you bite my tongue. Ah yeah, yeah. I would just bite my tongue. Ah yeah, yeah. Well, I played out this scenario so many times it's getting old. Just put my weary mouth to rest. Ah yeah, so we can talk a little less. Yeah, yeah, 'cause I make it awkward. Yeah, yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, yeah, and we get to talking. Yeah, yeah, but I would just bite my tongue. I can tell you so much, but we both heard enough. Instead of making you blush, I bite my tongue. You never disgrace that you put on my words, but I love that it hurts whenever you bite my tongue. Oh yeah, I would just bite my tongue. Oh yeah, I would just bite my tongue.
What was your inspiration for that song, Bite My Tongue?
That was kind of a time that was, I was feeling a little bit more alone and kind of like I wasn't getting anything right. And you have special people in your life that encourage you to be your best version of yourself, and that is about kind of finding that person and having them love you no matter what, no matter how crazy and wacky you are. So I have a song that I haven't done in a while, so excuse me if we mess this up, but it's a song called Music Sounds Better With You. I did this back in the group. It's one of my favorite songs that we've done, so we'll play that for you now.
When I'm in no, I lost control of the wheel. Things get so bad, you've got me that make me want to sing. No sweeter than what I found, no perfect love. Oh baby, feels like music sounds better with you, baby. It feels right. Everything's better with you. Ooh, better with you. I used to think that love was something that was made up, 'cause all I knew was heartbreak. I couldn't let myself let this heart go through hell. There's only so much heart can take. Things get so bad, you've got my back, make me want to sing. No softness in what I found, no perfect love, more perfect. Oh baby, feels like music sounds better with you, baby. Feels right, everything's better with you. Everything's better with you. Everything's better with you. Everything's better with you.
Ryan, what's going on, man? Logan Henderson here. Thank you so much for having me at the Seacrest Foundation. We had a blast. See you soon.